Roseanne's show was scheduled to return in September as a ratings powerhouse for ABC. It's now been scrubbed from the network's website, and Hulu is also pulling episodes offline.
All right, so not only has Roseanne Barr lost her job over this tweet, but also dozens of others. Actors, producers, studio crews, and Roseanne not only got fired by ABC, but she was also dropped by her talent agency. That's the person that she pays, right?
Yeah, the person that she pays
to
represent her. So let's talk a little bit about that. Joining us this morning to talk about how this can happen, how an agent would drop such a big client, and if there are second chances, is talent manager, publicist Mort Meisner. And Mort has been in the business a long time. You've got people, you represent people all over the world, really.
I do, about 150 in the U.S., Canada, and 2 in India.
Have you ever dropped a client?
Often.
Oh, really?
Often. In fact, I had an anchor woman many years ago in Washington, D.C., who went over face first at the anchor desk drunk. So she got fired, went to rehab, came back, and her first night back working in New Orleans got in a fist fight with a parking attendant and knocked him out.
Oh.
Needless to say, she had it was 2 strikes and you're out.
Yeah. Got a heck of a swing.
So you're not surprised, or are you surprised by Roseanne being dropped so quickly by her agency? Big agency.
Well, first of all, it's always the right time to do the right thing. And ABC dropping her, look, you know, they acted like they were magnanimous, but they knew blowback from sponsors were coming. But it was still the right thing, and they acted quickly. The agent, I'm happy they did it. A little surprised, because very often, look, there's always someone willing to hire another circus act. And in the country, the way it is right now, I mean, Roseanne Barr is a circus act, just like even some of our leadership are circus acts. And in this case, though, someone may down the road want to try to make money on her back again, but my prediction is no one important will do that, and she's probably shot herself in the head for the last time.
And that was one of the questions I was going to ask you on Twitter yesterday after the shock of what was said, was the question, okay, well, who will pick her up? Now, if it's no one for a little while, how do you talk to your clients? Or when something like this happens, do you send out a little reminder email to everyone to think twice before they post?
You know, it's interesting, because I had a case recently where a woman got fired in Philadelphia, and she called me about representing her, and she had gotten in an argument with a cop, and profane-laden attack and everything else. I said, look, go to anger management, go to AA, call me in a year. She did, and she is just making a comeback right now. But whenever things like this happen, I do try to touch any of my clients who I think might be predisposed to behave in this fashion and remind them your career can go you know where in a minute.
Is it different when you're talking about an incident versus a deliberately hurtful racist attack, which was what this was?
It is, because we're a country of second, third, fourth, and even fifth chances.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Another example, I have an anchor guy in another city. Many years ago, he drove his car drunk into the fountain in Kansas City, right? And he went to rehab, came back, never had another incident. So while it was ignorant of him to get drunk and drive and reprehensible, it is a lot different than a deliberate, mean-spirited diatribe that nutbag Roseanne Barr did and has done in the past.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, and we try to learn from them, recover from them. This was, like you say, a deliberate racist attack. Do you think that the show comes back without her in a different form?
I think it could. Look, John Goodman is a terrific actor on his own, and I think the show will come back in a different form. I did hear some rumors, I don't know if it's true, because we're here at Fox today, that Fox might pick up a couple of episodes of the existing show. I hope they don't. I think she should get no more airtime, but someone will be crazy enough to do it, and I think the show will come back in a different incarnation.
In a way, does this maybe make her more popular with a certain group now?
Yeah, look.
Is that someone that someone like you still may want to represent because there's someone out there defending her and listening and liking what she has to say.
So here's what I think. We're not here to talk about politics, but, you know, the president has been accused of dog whistling. He's a master at it. She's not a very good dog whistler. And in this case, she was so blunt and abrupt. I wouldn't take on someone like that because it would be a reflection on me. Keep the money. But there will always be someone that'll be willing to make the money on the backs of a bad person like that. And she has been. Can you imagine, you know, you had Trump praising her a couple of months ago, and if you think back, with her thing doing the national anthem and making a mockery of that. I was sort of disappointed he didn't call her out last night when he was in Nashville, but I'm not surprised.
He has not said a word.
No.
All right,
Silence is deafening.
Yes. Thank you for your insights this morning.
What an honor to be back.
I
Yeah,
know.
good to have you here.
Mort used to hang out here, right in that corner office.
I hired you.
He sure did.
Oh, look at
Mort
that.
brought me to Fox 2 21 years ago.
1997. And you've been such a star and great
Thank
person.
you. Thank you. Thanks for being with us.
My privilege.